Hi everyone, welcome back once again in my YouTube channel. I hope you all are doing well guys. So guys, in last video already I have started one new topic. That topic is cursor, right? So in last video I have discussed completely about the enumeration. And guys, we know very well, right? So we have what couples of ways what to read the data, right? So same thing I have discussed in last video as well, right? So how we are going to read the data, right? So we have for each loop method, get method, and one more concept what we have, that is cursor, right? So we have four different types of cursor in our collection framework, right? So first, enumeration, iterator, list iterator, split iterator, right? So what I have discussed in last video, right? So these all four types of what cursor we have in our collection framework, right? So in the previous video already I have discussed what end to end about enumeration cursor, right? So completely about the enumeration cursor, right? So already I have discussed. So what was the limitation, guys? Already we have seen, right, in last video. Some we have what limitation of the enumeration cursor, guide. So one more time, just I am giving overview for last video. So what, guys? So what was the limitation for enumeration cursor? So guys, using enumeration only we can read the data from what legacy class, right? What, guys? So with the help of enumeration only we can read the data from legacy class. That was the what first limitation of enumeration, right? And second, guys, it is read only cursor, right? It is read only cursor means what we can perform only read operation using enumeration cursor. So okay, and third, what was the limitation? So it is forward direction cursor only, right? It read data only forward direction. We can't move backward direction, right? So that these three main limitation we have in the enumeration cursor. Right, guys? I hope you got this thing, right? You remember all these 3 points. What was the limitation we have in the enumeration cursor in collection framework? So guys, so that all problem in enumeration cursor we have. So overcome for this problem, guys. So overcome for this problem, we have one important or frequently used what concept or one cursor, that is guys iterator cursor. That is second. We have some limitation in the enumeration. So to overcome to this limitation, we have one cursor. That cursor is guys iterator cursor, which is frequently used in our collection framework. Which is frequently used in our collection framework. Might you have seen in your project as well. So many places this iterator cursor have used, right, frequently. Right? So in this video, we'll come to know, we'll understand completely about the what is iterator cursor, right? When, how we are going to use this cursor in our project, right? Guys, this is very important cursor because every places in our project we frequently we are using this cursor, guys. Okay. So guys, first we should know, right? So what all the important point we have in the iterator cursor. Same like enumeration cursor, I will write down one by one, and then guess what? I can do the coding as well. With the code, I will show you what how we are going to use this iterator cursor in our application, in our project, guys. Okay. So guys, just let's start. Okay. So guys, this is our today topic is what iterator cursor. Okay. So when, how we are going to use iterator cursor in our project, guys. Interview point of view also, it's very important. Most of the time interviewer may ask this question in the interview room. So what do you mean by the iterator cursor? Where did you use in your project iterator cursor, right? So I will explain one by one so you will not have any confusion in future, guys. If you concentrate, listen all the point what I'm going to discuss here, so definitely you shouldn't have any what confusion after onwards, guys. Okay. So guys, first, what is the main point for the iterator cursor? So guys, this iterator cursor has introduced in 1.2 version. So I can write here. So it is what? It is introduced. It is introduced what? In 1.2 version what? Of collection. Right? This point you need to remember again. What I mentioned here, it is introduced in 1.2 version of what? Collection framework. You can write like that. Okay? I hope you understood, right? This point is very, very important. So when it has introduced in our collection framework, so this iterator cursor is introduced in 1.2 version. Correct? So guys, see, if it is introduced in 1.2, so it is not a legacy cursor. Correct? I already mentioned this thing. The cursor which introduced in 1.0 version, that is called what? Legacy cursor. Like enumeration cursor. You can see here guys. So that cursor introduced 1.0 version. That's why it was what? Legacy cursor. But iterator cursor introduced in 1.2 version in collection framework. That's why we can say it is not a legacy. It is not a legacy cursor. Correct guys? See guys. So second point you can mention here what? It is not what? It is not a what? Legacy cursor. Legacy cursor. Due to it is not a legacy cursor due to its what? Introduced what? It introduced in what? 1.2. Right guys? Guys, now third point. See guys, by using iterator guys, so by using iterator we can read the data from all classes of collection framework. That's very, very important guys. So by using iterator cursor we can read the data from all classes of collection framework. We know very well. So in collection framework we have so many types of what? Classes, right? So many types of classes. So all the classes we can use iterator cursor blindly, because only the enumeration cursor what? It is the what? Legacy cursor. So only the legacy class can be used by the what? Legacy cursor. But this iterator cursor is not a legacy cursor. So this cursor can be used by any classes. For any classes we can use iterator cursor what? Blindly, with very happily. Correct? This point we can write here, right? So it is applicable. We can write like it means what? Iterator. It is applicable for what? Every classes. What? Every of what? Collection. Right? What I mentioned? So it is applicable for every classes of collection. So we can use this cursor for every classes. Correct guys? I hope you remember, right? So guys, so one important point what we should remember always, that iterator cursor is applicable for what? All classes of the collection framework. Please keep in mind guys. Not like that enumeration. Enumeration cursor only to use for the legacy classes. But same here iterator cursor is what? Applicable for every classes. Just reverse. Correct? I hope you understood. Correct? So guys, we'll jump into next point. Point number 4. So guys, see, so it is guys universal cursor. If this cursor is used for every classes, that means we can say it is a universal cursor, right? So we can say what? It is said to be what? It is said to be what? Universal cursor, correct? Universal cursor. See guys, these all are the points what we should remember. At the time of interview, they may ask, what do you know about the iterator cursor? So if you will tell all the points frequently, definitely the interviewer will what? Think definitely this guy knows all the things about the iterator cursor. If you're not able to give the answer, that means what? He and she will understood because you don't know this thing, right? So that's why please be concentrated. And guys, please watch the entire video. Don't skip the video. If you listen very carefully or very concentratedly, definitely you should not have any confusion till last. Okay. See guys, that was the fourth point. Now point number fifth. What is the next point, guys? So guys, see, for enumeration, right? Just giving the differences. So once you're going to use the enumeration, that time to get the enumeration object by using what? Elements method, right? You can see here, guys, point number 5. Point number 5. So if you want to get the enumeration object by which method, guys? By using elements method. Same here, guys. If you want to get the iterator object, that means you can use what? Iterator method. So I can write here, guys, what? You can get the iterator object. What? Iterator object by using iterator object, guys. What? By using iterator method, guys. Iterator method. I will show this once I will do the code, guys. I will write the code once and then I will show you while writing the code. As of now, just knowledge sake, you just concentrate here. What? Means we can get the data, we can get the iterator object by using iterator method. Okay, don't confuse. Everything I will show with the code. Correct? So guys, point number 6. Point number 6, guys. So guys, same like enumeration. Enumeration contains, guys, two methods. Has more element and what? Next element. Same, guys. So here iterator contains three methods. What? Iterator contains three methods, guys. Three methods. All those methods, guys, I will write one by one. Don't confuse. So guys, see, first method is has next. What is has next? This is first method in the iterator interface. That is has next. So guys, what it does? So what it does means what? What has next method does? Right? So guys, see what it will do. It will do, guys. This method we can write like that. So this method is used to, guys. This method is used to what? Check the data. What? Check the data is available or not. What? Available or not in the collection. Correct? This method will do, guys. But this method is used to check the data is available or not in the collection. Okay, don't worry, guys. I will show with example once I will write the code. Don't confuse. As of now, you just knowledge sake, you just keep in mind what all the method we have in the iterator interface. Okay. So guys, next method is what? Next method. We have one method that is next method in what? Iterator. So what it does, guys? So this method used to only read the data. What? You can write like that. This method is used to read the data, guys. What? Read the data. Okay. This method used to read the data. Correct, guys? This is new things. So guys, in iterator we have one more method. That method is, guys, remove method. What method guys? Remove method. What? Remove method. As per name, it will does what? Remove the data, right? This method is used what? To remove the data from collection, right? As per the naming guide, right? Okay. This method is used to remove the data, right? To remove the data what? From where? Our collection. Right? I hope you are getting all the points here. What I'm going to discuss here, right? It's very simple guy. If you concentrate, they will come to know it's very simple only. Not too much big deal here, right? So just compare with enumeration. Enumeration we have two methods. That is what? Has mode element and what? Next element. Just compare same thing here. So in iterator we have three methods. Has next, but one more method we have in the iterator, that is remove method. So same thing, has this, what it does? This method is used to check the data is available or not in the collection, right? After checking the has next method, if we have the data in the collection, only we can read the data, right, from the collection. So next method, what it will do? This method used to read the data. And last guy, remove method. This method is used to remove the data from our collection. Good. I hope you got all these 3 points, right? Good guy. So guy, so iterator what? Cursor we can perform. Next point guy, I will explain here. So point numbers what? 7. So guy, by iterator cursor we can perform guy 2 operations, right? By iterator cursor you can write here. By iterator cursor we can perform what? We can perform what guy? 2 operation guy. 2 operation. What all the operation guy? Okay. 2 operation means what? First operation guy, read operation, right? Second operation guy, tell me. Remove operation as well. Remove operation as well, it will perform, right? So if you're going to use the iterator cursor, it will what? Perform 2 operations. One is a read operation and second is what? Remove operation. Right guy? Point number 7 guy. So already point number 7 we have discussed. Now we'll jump point number 8. So what is the point number 8 guy? So guys see, it is also forward direction cursor. It is also a forward direction cursor only, right? It is also read the data only in forward direction, right? Why guys? It will not read backward because iterator doesn't have previous method. It has only remove method. It can remove the data. But the cursor which have previous method, that cursor what? Can read backward direction as well. I will discuss. We have some cursor which can read forward as well as backward. Okay. So please wait. I will discuss in coming video. Okay. So as of now, iterator has only read data only in forward direction. Why it's not reading backward direction? Because it doesn't have what? Previous method. Okay. Some cursor we have in collection framework which has what? Previous method as well. That cursor will can what? Read backward direction as well. Okay. Next point. Point number next is point number 9. So guys, iterator is a what? Interface only. It is what? Interface only. What? It is interface only. Okay. So all the cursor guy, it is interface only. Okay. And guys, point number 10. That's it last but not least as per our iterator cursor. So guys, it support it supports it supports both what normal version and what generic version. Generic version. Right? In last video already I have discussed what is normal version and what is generic version. So one more time in this video also I will discuss once I am going to write the code. So what is the normal version and what is the generic version. So guys, don't confuse. I will show with example this is both the approach. When we are going to write the code normal version, when we are going to write the generic version. Good guys. So guys, these are all points we should remember. Okay, only we can what give the perfect answer to the interviewer. Okay, that is enough guys. If all the 10 points if you keep in mind, that is enough to explain this iterator cursor to the what interviewer. Right guys. So guys, so from this explanation what we understood, iterator has some more advantage, right? So with this explanation what we have understood, so iterator has some more advantage over the enumeration. Correct? Yes or no guys? Yes or no? So iterator cursor has some more advantage over the enumeration cursor. So what those advantage get? Just listen. So guys, see, first advantage, iterator cursor used to all class, right? Iterator cursor used for all class of correction framework, right? So you can write guys advantage like that. Show iterator cursor have some more advantage over what? Over enumeration, right? Right guy? Yes or no? So what guy? So first guy, first advantage what? Advantage first. So iterator what? Iterator cursor used for what? All classes, right? Yes or no? Iterator cursor is used for all classes, right? But in innovation we don't have, only we can use the legacy classes, right? And second guy, what? By using iterator cursor we can use remove operation as well. With iterator what? With iterator cursor guy, what? We can copy that. With iterator cursor guy, what? We can use remove operation as well. Yes or no? Remove operation as well guy. Right? But in enumeration we don't have like such flexibility, right? Right? So guys, this is the mainly two basic advantage over what? Enumeration. Correct guy? But guy, also we have some limitation also in what? Iterator as well guy. Show limitation also. Right? Limitation of what? Iterator cursor. You know very well what all those limitation guy. So we can perform only less operation, right? It can read only forward direction. So you can write like this. It can read what? It can read only what? Forward direction. Same like what? Enumeration. Right? Type. Second limitation, what do we have? Second limitation guy, what do we have? So guy, it is less operation, right? Why guy? And why it's read only forward direction? Because it doesn't have the previous method, right? And guys, we can perform very less operation, right? This is also one guy limitation only, right? It is also one limitation only, right? We can perform very less operation. Yes or no, guys? So that guy, that is our limitation of the what? Iterator cursor. So guys, see. So what we discussed as of now. If you want to read the data, guy, we have what? If you want the read the data, we have for this method, get method, and all cursor. Cursor means we have different 4 types of cursor we have, right? That is enumeration, iterator, list iterator, split iterator, right? So guys, previously we discussed about what? Enumeration, which is used only for legacy classes and get the object from elements method. Yes or no? Just we can do read operation and forward direction. But now guys, we are discussing about what? Iterator. What it does, guys? So it is applicable for all classes, right? It is applicable for all classes because it's not a legacy cursor. Okay? By iterator, we can remove data as well. That is the flexibility we have in the iterator cursor. Yes or no, guys? Obviously, it contains all the feature, right? So guys, now we have array list, guys. We have array list class, right? So I will do the practical with array list class. Okay, so I will show one practical using array list class. Why? Because array list also introduced in what? 1.2 version. Okay, so with array list class we'll show the what? Practical. Because array list class, how many cursor are applicable? Can you tell me, guys? So array list class means what? Iterator is applied or not? Array list class means what? We can apply the what? This cursor, yes or no? Array list class means what? Iterator cursor we can use very happily, right? Obviously we can use very happily, right? So guys, I will do one example. Okay, I will take array list and I will add some data into the array list. I will add some data into the array list. Then I will read the data by using iterator cursor. That is now our what? Planning. What I will do right now? So I will take one array list. I will add some data into the array list. Then I can read the data using iterator cursor. So before starting the practical guide, I will show all those methods where we have in the API documentation of the iterator interface. What I have told? So now I will show you all those 3 methods. Add, next, remove. All these 3 methods we have in the iterator interface or not. So for that purpose, guys, I will open guys our Chrome. Come here. So guys, see, first I will Google. Okay, open the Google. Okay, we can search what? Java 8 API documentation, right? You open this one, click that one. So first, so guys, this iterator, this creation framework coming in java.util package, right? So first need to go java.util, right? See guys, this is our java.util package. Click that. After clicking that java.util, we can come here. See iterator. This is the interface, right? So these all are the interface, right? So come here, click that interface. See here, that is our iterator interface. Already have what? Mention what? Iterator is a interface. So whatever we have the cursor in the collection framework, all are interface only. See guys, come here. So you can see all the methods, right? All method what we have in the iterator interface. See guys, first you can see these three methods. What I mentioned you, has next, remove. Till 1.7, that for each remaining was not there, so it is introduced in 1.8 only. Okay, so for each remaining, so it expect consumer interface. Also I will explain in later classes. Okay, so as of now you can see the has next remove method we have in the what? Iterator interface. Now already I have discussed very completely what has next does. You can see it as well. Returns true if the iteration has more elements. If we have the data in the collection only, it can return the true, otherwise it can return the false. You can see that return type is boolean, means what? True or false. If the collection has the data only, it can return the true result. If we don't have the data in the collection, that means it return the false. Correct? Same way next element. So if we have data in the collection only, with the help of this next method we can read the data, right? That means next method. And guys, last one, remove method. If we have data in the collection, that means we can remove data as well with the help of iterator what? Cursor. Correct guys? So that's why I have told you can also visit this page and you can read more on that if you have any what? Confusion, if you have any doubt, right? Correct guys? So guys, now we'll jump into our what? Example, right? So I can what? I will do one code. Okay, in that what I have told you, so I will take one array list. I will take one array list class. In that array list I will what? Add some data. That data I will read with the help of iterator cursor, right? So we'll jump into our ID. So guys, in last video I have explained the enumeration, right? So that is the enumeration example. So I will come here and I will create one more class. So that class name is what? Cursor example number 2, right? We'll click main method, click finish. Correct? So our one class has created as usual, right? So we'll come here, remove this thing. So guys, what I have told you, so our main motto is what? First we need to create one array list object. In that object we'll add some data, and this data we can read with the help of iterator cursor, right? So guys, see, so first I will create array list. If you can use a string, we can store the string object. So array list string al equals to new array list, right? Then string you need to generic, need to represent, right? Then we can import, right? It will remove our issue. Okay, so I have created what? Array list object, right? Okay, so guys, what I mentioned, now I will add some data. Suppose al dot add, because we have taken the string, so we can put some string data here, right? Suppose I can put here Kishore, right? Kishore al dot add. I can give some name, suppose Raghav, right? Al dot add, we can some name like that, Roshan, al dot add, I can keep some name like Adya, right? So guys, we have kept these 4 data in our what, a list object, right? This is very simple. Okay, so what our next step? Our next step, guys, I can write here, so for your remember purpose. Okay, so now guys, what I will do, I will do read the data, guys, read the data by using by using by using iterator, guys, by using guys iterator with the help of normal version, guys, with the help of normal version. I have told you in the next point what is a normal version and what is generic version. These 2 things I will explain in this code. Okay, so guys, I will explain what is a normal version. So what, read the data by using iterator by using normal version, guys. Okay, so guys, see, in last video, I hope you remember, right? So once you get the enumeration object, what method you used? Elements method, right? You can see here. So if you want to get the what, enumeration object, we are calling elements method, right? Correct? So guys, same thing here. If you want to get the iterator object, I can write this as well for your knowledge sake. If you want iterator object, if you want iterator object, so what method you need to call? So guys, that purpose, guys, see, you need to call iterator method, guys. What you need to call? Iterator method, guys. So al dot iterator, see, mention, guys, iterator method, come here, right? Done. So guys, see, now you can get the iterator object, right? See guys, now I want to read the data, guys, right? So guys, see this place, right? So we can first, I will write, so we can store in the iterator object, iterator itr, right? We can store this in iterator object, right? This way need to import. Okay, import it, right, guys? See guys, after getting the iterator object, right? After getting the iterator object, so what are next step, guys? So now I want to read the data, right? So now I want to read the data. So before reading, first tell me, guys, here we want to read one data or multiple data, guys? Here we are reading only this one data or multiple data, guys? Multiple data, right? This is multiple data. This is more than one data, right? We have more than one data in the array list, right? Correct? Obviously multiple data we have, right? Simply, guys, take while loop, right? Simply we can take, guys, a while loop, right? So guys, see, I can take one while loop, right? While I have taken one while loop. See guys, now, so this thing you keep in mind, guys. So under while loop, guys, so before reading the data, right? Before reading the data, we need to check data is available or not, right? Before reading the data, first we should what? Understand data is available into the collection or not. Obviously we should have what? Check condition. So data is available into collection or not. For that purpose, guys, we have one method. That method is called, already I have discussed this method as well while writing the code, right? Has next. What it does, this method is used to check the data is available or not in the collection, right? So already we have data in the collection, right? 4 data we have collection, right? So that's where we have one method. That's method name get has next itr dot, because as of now we have already created the iterator object. So we can call iterator itr dot has next. There now see. Now already I have told you, already I have explained while API documentation. So this has next method return type is boolean, right? The has next method is return type is boolean. So click this one. Correct? Okay, right? We have done. So itr dot has means what? It will check the data is available into the collection or not. Nothing it does. If the data has, it will give true response, means true result. Otherwise, it will give the false. Leave exception. Okay. So guys, see. So guys, to read the data, we are using here what? Next method, right? To read the data, see, for next method, what it does? This method is used to read the data. After checking the data is there, if data is available, then this method can be triggered. This method can be what? Called. What called? What method, guys? So itr dot next. It will there, guys. There the next. Right, guys. See, guys. Now one thing I will tell you here. So I will tell one thing here. So after calling this itr dot next, okay. So guys, see, by using normal version, see, keep in mind, guys. Please concentrate here. If you are going to use normal version of Iterator, what? If you are going to use the normal version of Iterator, this thing, guys. This is the normal version of the Iterator, right? Because we are not using any generic things, right? We are using normal version of Iterator. By using normal version of Iterator, you can read any type of data or only string data. Tell me, guys. Please be concentrate here. Please be focused. What I am telling here. You see important things here. This concept we should know. So by using normal version of Iterator, you can read any type of data or only string data. Obviously, guys, any type of data, right? Because it holds any type of data, right? Correct, guys? Because normal version of Iterator, what? We can read any type of data. Correct? But what is the issue, guys? It can read any type of data, but we have only a string type of data. Yes or no? Iterator can hold any type of data. Correct? But in our scenario, guys, we have only a string type of data, right? So guys, that's why we need to do typecasting. That's why we need to do typecasting, right? A string, right? And it can store into a string only, right? A string S. Correct? So guys, now it will store our string type, right? Yes or no? It will store now a string type. Correct? Okay. Now we can print out, right? This out. We can print our object. Correct? This is guys normal version of Iterator, where we need to explicitly do the typecasting. Why? Because we are not notifying to Iterator, hey, you can use the generic version of only a string. No. As of now, we are using normal version. Correct? So let's see, before generic introduced, because you know very well, right? Generic introduced in 1.5 version of collection, right? Generic introduced in 1.5 version. So before 1.5 version, we are using in that way only. If you want to read the data by using Iterator cursor, we need to use in that way only, guys. So after introducing generics, how we need to write the code, I will explain after one. I will explain this thing as well after running this application. So with the help of generic, how we are going to write the code. But before generic, so generic introduced in 1.5. So before 1.5, how we people are writing the code? If you need, use the iterator. If you want to read the data, how we were using earlier. So that is the concept, guys, because that is the normal version. So explicitly we need to typecast as per your data type, because our data type is a string. So that's why we need to typecast explicitly, right? Then we're going to print. Otherwise it will throw the exception. Correct? Okay. So guys, first I will run the application. We'll see the result. It's coming as expected or not. See guys, Kishore, Raghav, Roshan, Adya. This iterator cursor reading data or not? Yes, it is read the data. Right guys? Okay. So guys, here is out. Come here guys. So guys, now I will use generic version. So guys, please concentrate. Please be focused. So what I'm going to write here? So I'm going to use guys read the data by using iterator generic version guys. What? Generic version. Generic version. So this line, same thing you need to call. So I am copy pasting here. Not doing anything big, only I am copy pasting. If you want to what, you want to get object, this thing you need to write for understanding. You want to get what, iterator object. If you want to get iterator object, so what, so what method you need to call, that thing we can write here. Correct guys? See, so guys, see, I will copy this line only, not doing anything, but I will keep the generic version here. Okay, see guys, copy. So guys, see what I will do here. I will do here, so instead of this thing I can use here generic. Okay, I can use here generic means what, a string. Okay, so explicitly I am defining to iterator A, you can just take a string only. Don't take any, you don't take normal, you don't take normal version, you just take the generic version. So that's why explicitly I have given a string here. Okay, so guys, by using generic version of iterator, we can read any type of data or only a string data. Tell me guys, what I have told? By using what, generic version of iterator, right? Generic version of iterator. This is a generic, right? You know very well, right? Already I explained all these things in earlier video. If didn't see, please go in that video and you see what is generic guy. So it is generic version of iterator, right? It is generic version of iterator. By using generic version of iterator, we can read any type of data or only a string data guy, only a string data. See, in this place we didn't define anything, right? We didn't define any generics. That's why it can hold any type of data, but data we have in a string format. That's why we have done the typecasting, right? But in this place we explicitly defining generic version, you will take only a string type. So that's why it can read only a string type, not any type. Right? Got it guys? So after guys, what I can do, same thing, I can take a while loop. I can take while loop. Correct? Done. Right guys? So after in while loop guys, same thing. So itr dot has next, what it does, it will check the data is available or not in the collection. Itr dot has next, if we have the data in the collection, then what it will do, it will read the data, right? So for reading data guys, itr dot next method we have, right? Next method, right? Next method we call. After call this next method guys, where we can store, we know very well, we have only string data, we no need to do typecasting here, directly we can store into the string, right? String s, okay? itr1 and itr1, right? Because I mentioned here itr1, right? Great. So guys, see, it will check so first what it does, this method has it will check data available or not. If data available, only it can read the data. After reading data, we can print the data, right? So we can printing data, right? So we can put s, right? That is our object, right? So guys, see, that is the guy normal version or generic version, that is guy generic version. You can write here also, that is generic version, generic version, right? And that is guy what, normal version, normal version, okay? So guys, you can see also, you can assume, so this thing we are using till 1.5, before 1.5, before 1.5, because we don't have the generic concept. But after or from 1.5 version onwards, we are using in that way, because we have the generic concept. With the help of generics, without generics. Normal version is guys, normal version means what, without generic, this is with generics. So guys, this is the things we need to keep in mind, okay? So how we are going to iterate, how we are going to read the collection data by using iterator cursor, right? So first we need to get the iterator object, right? That is the first step. We need to get the first iterator object. After getting the iterator object, we need to check the data is available in the collection or not, right? If data is available in the collection, then we can read the data, that method, right? Read data, and after onwards we can print the data and you can display. So guys, I will run the application in front of you and show the result. It's coming expected or not. See guys, coming or not? Kishore, Raghav, Roshan, Adya. So guys, this is the with normal version or without generic. This is with generics, right? So guys, that is the main important thing, right? So anybody will ask, so how we are going to use iterator with generics? How we are going to use what, iterator without generics? So this is the code without generics, means with normal version, and this is the code with generics. These 2 point guys you need to keep in mind guys, right? Okay, so generic version guys introduced in from 1.5, okay? So guys, so you can imagine without generic how collection was behaving. Without generics guys, without generics means this code, without generics how the code was behaving. It's very dangerous. Every time we need to typecast, right? Every time you need to typecast, then we can print the result, otherwise it will throw the exception, right? With generics, very simple guys, you can mention in that place what type data you have, according that we need to store the data, hold the data and print the data. Correct guys? So previous example guys, I have discussed what, read the data having what, using what, enumeration. But in this example, what I have discussed, reading the data using iterator. Okay, that's all, right? So last video I have discussed read the data with the help of enumeration cursor, and this video I have discussed read data with the help of iterator, which is universal cursor guide. For all classes of collection framework, we can happily use what? Iterator cursor. We don't have any restrictions are there to use the iterator. Just keep in mind this method what has next and next, and how to get the iterator object, that is iterator method, right? Thank you guys. So if you like this video, please like, share, subscribe, okay, and subscribe the channel guys for more update, right? And guys, please do comment as well. Just the comment how we are going to feel after watching all the video what I am uploading in the collection. So guys, if you will do the comment, only I will come to know. So you are what? Watching the video, you are liking the video, right? Then I will upload more on that guy, right? Thank you guys. Bye bye. Take care. We'll meet in very soon in next video.